Good morning, friends. Let's work on some math. So today behind me, I have set up equivalent fractions. And if you look, in the word equivalent, you see almost that word equal. And equal means the same. So if you're using the MyMath book like we are, open up to page 601. And we're going to work on 601 to 606. Let's get started. It says fractions that name the same part of a whole are what we call equivalent fractions. Example 1. Noah has 1/2 of a fruit pizza. How could Noah cut that fruit pizza into smaller pieces and still have 1/2 of that pizza? Let's think about it. So here is our fruit pizza. Right below it is our fruit pizza cut in half. So this is Noah's piece. But he wants smaller pieces. So we cut that piece in half again, meaning we multiplied it by 2. And we had to multiply this side by 2 as well. So now Noah gets to have 2 pieces, but he's still only eating half of his pizza. Let's talk about that right here. Anything you do to the top, you must do to the bottom. Say that with me. Anything you do to the top, you must do to the bottom. Now, I want us to use our hands when we say it again. So here, you're going to point, you're going to go up when we talk about the top, and you're going to go down when we talk about the bottom. Because the top is our numerator, the bottom is our denominator. So let's try that. Anything you do to the top, you have to do to the bottom. Do it one more time. Anything you do to the top, you must do to the bottom. And again, if we were using math terms, it would be anything you do to the numerator, you must do to the denominator. And I'll show you what I mean. We have to think, what did we do to this 1 to make it a 2? We multiplied it by 2. 1 times 2 gives us 2. And remember, if we multiplied the top by 2, we have to multiply the bottom by 2. Well, there you have it. 2 times 2 gives us 4. So 1/2 is the same thing as saying 2/4. Are you following me? Let's continue. Let's go on to example 2. It says Kwan's bookshelf has 3 shelves, but only one of the shelves has books. Kwan says 1/3 of his shelves have books. His mom says 2/6 have books. Are they both correct? Let's find out. So we're going to use fraction tiles just like we did before to help us with our answer. So here I broke it into thirds. 1/3. So each one of these pieces is a unit fraction that equals 1/3. So I'm going to draw another fraction tile right underneath. And I'm going to split each one of those pieces into 2. And now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces total, which means each one of those unit pieces are 1/6. Well, Kwan said 1/3 of his bookshelves had books in it. Well, if we look right below it, to equal that 1/3 is 2/6 because we have to add them together. So I guess both him and his mom are right. Now let's do it mathematically. What did we do to that numerator? If you said we multiplied it by 2, you're right. 1 times 2 equals 2. So if we multiply the numerator by 2, what do we have to do to the denominator? Times it by 2, exactly, good job. 3 times 2 gives us 6. So there you have it, 1/3 equals 2/6. We can also do it by using a number line. So I'm going to do this same problem, but with a number line. It's important to have several different ways to know how to do a problem. In order for this to work, your number line has to be the same size. So here we go. Quan said 1/3, and if you look, if you have 6 notches, that 1/3 lines up with the 2/6. So you can see we used our fraction tiles, we used our math, and now we're using number lines. And we got the same answer all 3 times. I want us to go ahead and look at matching up the equivalent fractions because that can be kind of tricky. So now that we understand this, go ahead and look at page 603. So in order to see if it works or not, you have to practice doing anything you do to the top, you must do to the bottom. And if you can't, they're not equivalent fractions. For example, let's try this one. Let's see if this one works. What do I have to do to the top to make it a 4? 1 times 4, exactly. 1 times 4 equals 4. But if I multiply 2 times 4, do I get 6? Nope, that is not an equivalent fraction. When you put a line through your equal sign, that means it's not equal. So this does not work. However, if I did 1/2 equals 4/8, let's try that one. 1 times 4 gives me 4. And 2 times 4 gives me 8. There you have it. Those are equivalent fractions. Good luck today. I bet you can do it.